and glorious day here in Parma. Not Granger, but it's also a glorious and magnificent day in Granger as well. But I'm referring to Parma because that's where the Padua Franciscan Bruins play. The Highland Hornets, who are undefeated on the 2025 campaign, trying to keep it up with a big game against the Padua Franciscan Bruins. Don't know what their record is. I apologize for that, but what I won't apologize for is the outcome, as it should be a good one today. Last year we played the Bruins, beat them 4-3. Ganda had to close out the game, but hey, we'll see what we do here today. Will it be a little more easier? Will it be a little easier? Who knows by now? I don't. There's a reason why you play the games. Coach Grissom talking things over. Jay Grissom. He's got Coach Stobbs with him as well. He's got Coach Hardgrove. He's got Coach Winston as well. So always good to see those coaches, folks, because they're always doing a good job. Yeah, this isn't even a fence. This is netting. Look at that. Oh, you gods. But anyways, Ryan McSweeney, the head coach of Padua. He's assisted by Jim Solano, Matt Mears, Kyle Ward, and Alex Ludwig. So Ryan McSweeney, the head coach of Padua Franciscan Bruin baseball. We got Cooper Richnavsky on the mound today, but being the road team, we will obviously be batting first because that's just how baseball and softball works, in case you don't know by now. Good afternoon. And right behind us is the Padua Franciscan High School. Up looks like the main entrance. I'm Tommy Maroon. Hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon. I know next time we go live out here, excuse me. Sorry, folks. That's what happens when you're out in the sun, I guess, is we're waiting for what should be an entertaining game. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. The Bruins, don't know what their record is, but they usually do a good job. There ain't no denying that. Right here on a grass field known as Padua's High School baseball field. Don't know if it has a name or whatnot. What I do know is that Coach Grissom and Coach McSweeney is still talking things over with those two umpires out there today. Some fans are in the outfield, so there is that. How are you? Some fans are sitting on the first base sign. We got a lot of fans here today, I'll admit that. There's some fans right over there. It's not anything like our stadium, which seems to be a little bit nicer. I mean, with all due respect to Padua, great school and all, but yikes, there's caging in the dugouts. It's like one of those tiny ballparks that I played in elementary school. But anyways, the Bruins take the field. We're going to play nonetheless. On the mound for them is also a left-handed pitcher. It is number 14. That's Jack Dejector. Jack Dejector, I think. Dejector on the mound for them. Our lineup looks like this. It's Landon Soy, followed by Casey Miser, followed by Noah Radigan, then Peyton Ganda, then Grady Gibbs, then Dan Miller at third, Luke Girding at left, Parker Janicus taking over at second. I have him listed as the shortstop. I messed it up, so apologies on that. And Colton Winston out at right, and Cooper Richnavsky doing the pitching for the good guys. Well, should be a good one. They got a BW commit out there, number 17, Makai Williams. He's going to be the center fielder for those Bruins. He's right there on the center of your screen. He'll be playing for those good old Yellow Jackets next season. And so as the catcher guns it down to second, catcher's Bryden, Bryden Spellery. We're ready to play baseball. Umpire will say play ball. Landon Soy leads off. Try and keep our undefeated season alive against those rough and tough Padua Franciscan Bruins. They gave us a run for our money last year. They made the Final Four last year. But here we go. Hornets, Bruins, as Landon gets ready. First pitch. There's a strike. Great to have you aboard, Tyron, as your play-by-play announcer. Might want to move a little bit now that I think about it. Kind of hard to see. Second baseman blocks us. Landon to second, speak of the devil, one gone. Now it's Casey Miser to the dish. About Casey Miser, the junior slugger, the junior who's hungry for a deep one commit. He's up to the plate for us. Yeah, that's a little better, folks. You can see it. The left-hander watches strike one. On a lefty-on-lefty situation here. Jack DeJeter on the mound once again for the Bruins. Along to Casey is high and foul and off the screen. Casey's down 0-2. So far, so good right now for Jack DeJeter for those Padua Franciscan Bruins. You see him towards the center right of your screen as his 0-2 coming up. Casey smacks one in the center. That'll be a base hit, maybe two. We'll see what Casey's thinking. He's thinking about it, but wisely decides to hold. It's a good two-strike hitting there by Casey, but no Radigan up. No one playing short today. There's no sign of Anthony DePompe. There's no sign of Cam Cook either. A little surprising to see that they usually are out there. No sign of Jaden Barr either. Didn't even play yesterday either, if I'm not mistaken. 0-1 to Noah. Right next to this baseball field is a football field. And that's where the lacrosse game will be later today. Inside is first ball today as it's 1-1. Don't believe me? Look at that, folks. Padua football, or Padua Bruins. So there is that. 1-1 on the ground is short. Good job there. Flipping it down to second. And in and out of the glove of the second baseman, Chase Martin. Chase Martin had it right in his glove. He dropped it. Now Panganda up. Always tough whenever that happens, folks. That could have got him out of the inning. Still being there, whether it's on a shortstop or second baseman, I don't know. What I do know is that Ganda wisely lays off. It's 1-0. The Tiffin Dragon. And yes, it is the Dragons. They are the Dragons. I talked to Ganda. That's what he said after the game, of course. Had the walk-off 2 days ago. And that one shot out to right and hit hard and hit foul. Is it now 1-1, I think? Hitting a mighty good catcher. He's got Casey at second, Noah at first. One gone, however. Swing and a foul ball. It's 1-2. Sunny day, I ought to say. Weather in the 80s. First time it's hit the 80s all year. And no complaints from anybody here today. Here comes the pitch. The Jeter got Ganda swinging. I don't know what he's swinging at there, but what I do know is that there's two going, and Grady Gibb is up. See what Gibb can do here. 2 on, 2 out, tight scenario. It's way too early to panic, though, folks. It's 0-0. Ball one. Coach Grissom at third. Coach Hardgrove, of course, at first. Winston, the pitching coach. Coach Stubbs assisting out there today. As the 1-ball, no-strike pitch. That one stabbed as Casey's going to have to get back. 2-0. I see the Highland bus for the boys lacrosse team behind me. That game will be coming up in a minute. By minute, I mean about 2 hours. 3-0. Dan's waiting patiently on deck. He would be next. But, yep, there's the Highland bus for you, folks. Double header at Padua, Franciscan High School. Really do that for two different sports. Taking the whole way is Gibb, and we got the bases loaded. Now it's Dan Miller. Dan with Casey at third, Noah at second, Gibb at first. Jack the Jeter trying to get that third out. He's not going to get any outs if he pitches low and in 1-0. They don't have that shabby of amount of seniors either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, I think. 10 or 9, somewhere around that neighborhood. 1 ball, no strikes. Dan's going to take 1-1. Which we're making this guy work out here, Jack the Jeter. Tough always hitting off lefties, which might be why we see Dan Miller out there at third today. High drive, left field, way back there. It's a fair ball, and it's 2-0. Dan Miller ground rule double. Really smacked the stuffing out of the ball right there. And now it'll be Luke Girding to trying to add more. Good hitting with 2 outs as we have a 2-out rally now. Following the game to strike out, Gibb walked, and then Dan hit a double, a ground rule double, in left field. Gird takes ball 1 upstairs. Already 2-0 here in the top half of the first inning over the Bruins. I'm not complaining about that, folks. 2-0 now to Luke. Kind of doubt this guy's going to have a good day now that I stopped to think about it. The Jeter giving up a devastating ground rule double. We're trying to still make it more. 2-1. Luke, the 7th batter of the inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's the count. The Jeter ready, the pitch. Ooh, he tried to make it 5-0 with that. It's 2-2. Now the scoreboard is right there. Look at that. It's not that big of a scoreboard, and I can't really see it. I don't even know if it's up and operating or whatnot. What I do know is that's 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out and 2 on and 2 in. Timeout granted. Jack the Jeter looking to wiggle out of this with limited damage. Dan Miller, of course, the ground rule double at left field. 2-2. And he got him. So he squeezes his way out of a jam, but hey, we still got some damage out there despite the Jeter getting 2 strikeouts. It's 2-0. Now it's Cooper Rachnevsky's turn to go. Is that scoreboard working out? I think it is. Huh, that's odd. Well, enjoy the game, guys. Oh, really? That's cool. You coach Padua? Oh, how about that? Good luck to you guys in the bottom of the first and the rest of the game. Yes. I'm a Highland alum. Thank you. Graduated from there 3 years ago. Yep. Cooper Rachnevsky on the mound for us, the star left-hander. Ganda catching. At first base, Gibb. At second, Parker. At short, Noah. At third, Dan. At left, that's Luke. Center, Landon. And, of course, at right field is Colton. Colton and Parker, well, really, Parker and Colton were the only 2 dudes to not get up in that top half of the first. Looks like it's going to be Mackay Williams leading off for the Padua Franciscan Bruins, the future BW player. Of course, I was talking with some of his family members earlier today. He said that he loves it. He loves Coach Harrison, Coach Rosinski, amongst others. Always good to see that. I think he'll do a good job at BW. But today, I hope he doesn't get a hit. And then when he goes to BW, he does a dandy. Of course, Coach Harrison doesn't really start too many freshmen. I told his parents that, but he said he knows he's going to be patient. He says he's willing to be patient. That's always a good thing. 2-0 bomb, half of the first. Cooper ready to go. And on the first pitch to Mackay. Low inside and low 1-0. Mackay once again the center fielder for the Bruins. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Misses upstairs 2-0. Oh, birds are really flying, aren't they, folks? Look at that. Someone go over my head virtually. 2-0's a good catch by Gibb, one gone. Wow, that's not easy. That is far from easy, in fact. Martin is up. Martin, the second baseman. Had a good catch on Landon's line drive earlier today. And here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Parker sort of blocking where I can see the plate just by his stance. So apologies for that. I hope you can see it, folks. Anyways, Cooper on 0-1. Got in the sky one in the air out to right. Colton's going to catch that, 2 gone. Nice and easy for the sophomore. So after that, it's going to be Lucas Poing. Plays third for the Padua Franciscan Bruins. 2 quick outs, I might add, for Cooper. He's ready. First pitch. Lucas Poing's going to watch blowing away. This is a nice, quaint little campus here at Padua Franciscan High School in Parma, Ohio on State Road. Dancing out of the way right there. It's 2-0. Lucas Poing. The bottom half of the first 2 men got out. 1 on line drive to Grady, 1 a fly ball to Colton. In the air out to right. Colton's going to have to hurry for that one. Will he get there? No. Good rifle down to Parker. That's a 2-out double. Cooper gives up his first hit of the contest. Still all right as Spencer Sidoricki's up. Sidoricki, the first baseman. Looks like a big hitter, just judging by the looks of it. Cooper trying to shake off that 2-out double. He's ready once again. And the lefty going to let it go. Good block there by Ganda. Runner won't dance. Cooper ready once again. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouled it off him. Oh boy, that's got hurt. Sidoricki, the first baseman for Padua. He has a good opportunity perhaps to tie it. Hopefully he won't. We'll see what happens. 2-1, I believe. Pitch coming up. Misses. So that's going to be Trey Martin. If he has a shot. 2-0 out here. Cooper getting ready once again. I think it's 3-1. Now it's 3-1, excuse me. My mistake. Yeah, Trey Martin waiting patiently on deck. He would be next once we get the out. Spencer Sadorki. He is at first once again today, but he's at the dish right now, and he walks. Still all right. Trey Martin. Is that right for them today? Beautiful day once again here in Parma and Northeast Ohio all together. My goodness. Very rare to see that, folks. Especially in late April. I mean, usually we don't have the super warm weather like 80 degrees or something like that. Like today, right down the middle of one. 2-1 with Pulling at second and Sadoliki at first. 2 out. Cooper's giving up the last 2 base runners today. Right back to Cooper. Good job right there. Good reflexes for that third out of the inning. So that concludes matters in inning number 1. We have ourselves a 2-zip lead. It'll be, who do you call it? Parker Janikis, followed by Colton Winston. Then back to the top door with Landon Soy. How about that, folks? I know, pretty cool, isn't it? But anyways, back out there is number 14, Jack DeJader. Don't know the Bruins record once again this season. I apologize for 7-5. Thank you. 7-5. We are, of course, 9-0. So Padua not doing shabby either. Thanks again. Here's Parker gonna lead off for the Black and Green Brigade out there. I see some softball practice over there. I don't think there's a game today, just judging by the looks of it. Yeah, their softball field not that far away from their baseball field. Whoa, sorry for the voice crack. But anyways, it's not like BW where it's on one end of campus, the other one on another, or one end on campus, the other one a little off campus. Softball field being off campus, of course. 1-0 to Parker. Here we go again. Getting ready again. DeJeter fires a strike. 1-1. He's got 2 strikeouts today, but he's given up 2 runs as well. 4 base runners altogether. I don't know what Parker's swinging at there, but what I do know is that it's 1-2. Get it right once again. Here comes the 1-2. Foul. Sharply towards the first base side. You saw that thing take a wild bounce. 1-2 here. Ain't nobody out. Parker Janikis up. There's a roar to third. Easy play. Throw down to first. 1 gone. Nice and easy for Lucas Polang. And now it's going to be Colton Winston. Colton bats left, throws left. Hi, Mrs. Grissom. How are you? Good, thank you. Good weather, I'll say that. What? No. This is supposed to be yellow for BW, not orange. I'm sorry. I just got this for Easter. I'm sorry. 1 ball, enough strikes. To Colton, who showed bunt right there. I don't think this is what they do. 2-1. I mean, you be the judge if you saw So I had to skip back to the beginning of the video. But we'll see. Colton, I had 3-0. Obviously, I would take the whole way. Especially if you're a sophomore, it's a lefty on lefty situation. And it's back to the top of the order with Landon next. And that's why. Actually, it's 3-1, rather. I'm sorry. Must have gone around to bunt. Excuse me, folks. So hard to tell when there's no scoreboard. And Colton foul tips in the mid. It's a full count. Landon again on deck. Already one man gone here in the second in a 2-0 score. Oh, that drilled him. That drilled Colton a pitch that really got away from Jack DeJeter. Clearly no intent on that. Now it's back to the top of the Orlando Soy. You hear our dugout barking. Landon shows bunt. He got a beauty down to third. Tough play. Throw down. Think they got him. But Colton down a second. Now it's Casey to the dish. Casey hit a base hit in the left center last time. Came around to score. This time he's trying to get someone to score in Colton Winston. Let's see if it happens or whatnot. There's a foul ball, 0-1. Colton reaches on a hit batter. There are 2 gone here in this top half of the second inning. Getting ready once again. Here's DeJeter. And the pitch coming up. Casey Miser wisely lays off. So now what is it? 1-1, I want to say? Yeah, 1-1, Casey. Getting ready once again. The pitch. Ooh, a strike away from his 3rd strikeout ball game. Listen, if it's 1 strike, I got a bad memory, I'll tell you that. I'm not good at memorizing things. Unless they're crazy sports stats, of course. Casey out to deep left center, way back, and that ball's going to be off the wall and score Colton Winston. Casey's going to hold it second with a double. Good hitting there by the Star Jr., and it's 3-0. Another big 2-out hit for the Black and Green Brigade is now it will be Noah Radigan. Noah reached on there last time, should have got him out of the inning on a ground ball that should have been a double play, but went in and out of the glove of Chase Martin at second. 46 touchdowns, that's true. Roller to short, easy play, throw down to first, 3 gone. Another run cashed in by good old Casey Miser. It's 3-0. Cooper's going to enjoy that, folks. Cooper does a good job on the mound. Cooper's going to have to deal with Braylon. After that, it will be Logan Schnell, and after that will be Braylon Benson, then Logan Schnell, then Bryden Spellery. Excuse me. 3-0 here in the second inning. Cooper Richnevsky out there on the mound today. So far, so good. I know it's only been 1 inning, but still. Of course, we're in the black. They are in the white. And where's orange and brown? And of course, the Black and Green Brigade. Of course, some white as well. I don't remember us having white uniforms. At least that might be me. Of course, we usually wear green or black, as you know by now. Usually green at home. And so we're ready for the bottom half of the second inning. Grady going to give Cooper a little bit of a good luck, I ought to say. Bruin Benson, he's leading off. The outfield swung over towards the left side. You see Colton is back facing the screen, or facing your screen, and the screening out here as well. Strike one in the corner, perfectly placed 0-1. I can find a better view of this. I think that would be it. Yeah. 0-1 to Benson. Braylon's going to ground one to short. Easy play there. Noah Radigan down to Gibb. One gone. Lots of easy plays today, but that's just baseball for you, folks. Logan Schnell, the shortstop, is up. See what Logan Schnell has in stock after a quick out to begin the second inning. Cooper still on the mound, of course, and it's his first pitch coming up in a minute. Southpaw going to let go, and he got him to swing a miss, so on. Trying to pick up our 10th win of the season and our 10th game of the season. Wouldn't that be sweet? I know, it sure would. Ball one. Sharp ground ball in the hole. Good play, Parker. Throw down a first. Got him. Two gone. Good play by Parker. That was not easy. Looked like it was going to make its way into right, but it did not. Good stop by Parker once again. Now it's Bryden Spellery. As I think. Yep, I will not be mistaken. Strike one to Bryden. He is the catcher for the Bruins today. All right, once again, the pitch. High up in the air. Who's got that? Parker Janicus, 3 gone. Nice and easy 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Richnavsky. He won't complain about that. He also won't complain that Peyton Ganda, Grady Gibb, and Dan Miller are due up for the good guys in this third inning. 3-0 our score in Padua, Franciscan High School, at Padua, Franciscan High School in Parma. Staying out there once again is Jack DeJeter. He's had 2 rough innings so far. We'll see what he does in this third inning. Will we burn him again, or will he finally crack our code? That is a question we will see in just a bit. Well, sorry, folks, as there's boys lacrosse, of course, later today. The scoreboard up and running. Hopefully Coach Howard's got what it takes for one. I don't doubt he has what it takes. You know what I mean? I know he's got it. Hope I said that correctly. Apologize if I didn't. Apologize if I didn't. Well, I could be behind home plate today and distracted the Jeter, but obviously that's not good sportsmanship. You gotta be courtesy. You gotta show courtesy and respect. And got the baseballs in as the catcher, Spellery, guns it down to second. Again, 4-5-6 due up for the Black and Green Brigade. Senior Day, Saturday at noon. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Hope to broadcast that. We'll see when the BW women's lacrosse game is going to be for the OAC quarterfinals. Let me see, first round I ought to say 0-1 to Ganda. He's ready again. The Jeter misses 1-1. Ganda struck out earlier today, trying to erase that 0-1. I know it's too early to panic, and it's only just one game, but still, you'll have to get a hit nonetheless. We get on base. Either way works. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ganda. The catcher for the good guys, 4-year starter. All right, once again to Jeter. Rears back and throws strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ready once again. Jeter. Got Ganda whiffing again. Same time he's gone down swinging today. 1 gone. Grady Gibb is up. Grady kept that first inning alive with a walk before Dan Miller, of course, hit that ground rule double. There's one out to deep left field and foul. 0-1 to Grady. Getting ready once again to pitch. Grady smacks one in a right. He's got himself a base hit. Lesnick can gun him out, and that's over his head. Grady to hold at first. Nice effort there by the right fielder and Trey Martin. I think he hurried his throw. Now Dan Miller's up. Dan with, of course, a ground rule double back in inning number 1. Yes, sirree, Dan Miller. 2 RBIs to his credit. Ground rule double. Pickoff attempt. Grady's safe. It is 1 on, 1 out in the 3rd inning, and we're up 3-zip on these Bruins. Ball 1. Yes, that one missed. Dan had 1-0. The star pitcher and third baseman, he does a good job. He's waiting on 1-0. He's going to bounce one to third. Good stop there. Throw down second. Did he get on the bag? Yes, he did now. 2 gone. Heads up play there by Chase Martin, not just to rifle it down to first, but being aware that he had to step on the bag in case it wasn't an out. He did get the out, of course, as Luke Girding's up. Luke with Dan at first and 2 gone. Going ground 1, foul, 30 side. That one in hard. That one going all the way back there. Good Lord. Good Lord. Nothing in 1 to Mr. Girding. Pick off, Dan safe. Got his jersey all dirty, but he'll say it's worth it. Oh, 1 here to Luke. 1-1 now to Luke. We are winning the ball game 3-0 right now in the top half of the 3rd. Pickoff nearly got him, but safe as a call. 2 gone. I think it's a 1-1 count here to Luke. Getting ready once again, and Gerd whiffs. My goodness, he wanted to make that 5-0 on that swing and a miss. But instead, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's just how things are, I guess. 1-2, Girding. Down swing. He can dance down to first. They're going to have to hurry down to first. Got him. First shutout inning of work today for Jack the Jeter. Still remains a 3-0 score after 2.5. It'll be 9-1 and 2 up for the Padua Franciscan Bruins. Of course, Saturday senior day at noon against the Wadsworth Grizzlies. Cooper hurrying back out there. At least 4 strikeouts now, I think. 4 strikeouts for DeJeter. Who's leading off for them, you might be wondering? It looks a little like, looks a little like this. It is Riley Zimba, Makai Williams, and Chase Martin. Again, 9-1 and 2 due up for them. We're going to have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the 4th inning. Ganda's going to gun it down to Noah. Again, no sign of Cam Cook today. No sign of Anthony DePompey either, which is why Noah Radigan's playing short instead of third. Third's not an easy position to play. You got to go in that ball a significant amount of not just feet, but yardage as well. Get that out at first. After the third, it's a 3-0 score. A good guys lead. Foul tip in the middle, 1. Riley Zimba, the batter, is out left today. He's also left-handed. And the only one coming up. Bunt attempt, good one down. Cooper got to hurry down. The first won't get him. Good hustle on the bunt attempt there by Riley Zimba. They got back to top of the order with Makai Williams. I wouldn't be surprised if he lays one down too. Be a little paranoid about that. I think that's why you see Dan Miller right there playing in. Well, he's left-handed. Looked like he wanted to swing the bat bad, but instead it's blown away 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 3, tying run on deck for the Bruins. And Ray once again the pitch. 2-0 on away. Of course, we are the 3rd best team in the state according to the good folks at Max Preps, which is really impressive when you stop to think about it. Stop and think about it. Oh, I have no clue what Makai is trying to swing at there, but what I do know is that it's 2-1 in the bottom half of the 3rd. No scoreboard here, as the scoreboard to the left is not in operation. So on. You'd expect that for a high school stadium. But I guess not. Oh, we got him hung out to dry. He's out. Good play. He believes he's safe, but he's out. Good job there by Gibb and Parker on the tag. Richnavsky with a good job there to catch him sleeping on the base paths. Well, he wasn't sleeping. He was just a little bit greedy. Still 2-1, I believe. 3-1. There's now 1 out instead of nobody out, and nobody on instead of 1 on. Ready once again here. 3-1. He walked him. Not the first walk today for Cooper, but it's all right. Chase Martin up. Time around the order today, of course, for Cooper. Never easy to go through the 2nd time, and of course, more difficult 3rd time, and even more difficult the 4th time. Be honest. See if Cooper tries to pick off move again. Makai Williams got to be aware of that. Good stab by Ganda, 1-0. Cooper does a good job, as we know by now. Getting ready once again. The star southpaw on 1 ball, no strikes. Gives up a bouncer third. There's the throw down Parker. Parker down to first, offline. There are two gone, that is right. Now Lucas Poing is up. Playing with their big hitter, Spencer Sadorki, waiting on deck. He would be next. Here comes the first pitch on the way. It's going to be hit in the air out to right. Colton's going to have to hurry for that. It is fortunately foul. Doing well, how about you? Yes, sir. 3-0 out here in Parma. Good guys leading, as you might expect. We're undefeated after all, 9-0. The 0-1. Whoa, 1-1. For Saturday, I won't be broadcasting the game Monday because of BW commitments. There will be an award show at the student activities. Fouled. 1-2. Cooper looking for that third out of the inning. Wouldn't that be nice, folks? See some houses back there. They don't get a bad view of the game. Just realize that, folks. It's pretty cool. Of course, they probably have no clue what the score is unless they're keeping score track out there. 1-2 pitch. In the air out to straightaway center. Landon Soy, 3 gone. Too easy for Landon. 3 innings down. We still got 4 more innings to play. Looks like one of the coaches is jogging up to the umpires. I don't know what for. Might be trying to appeal a call or whatnot. Or retrieve a baseball, never mind. At least he's not appealing a call. That's good. Parker, Colton, Landon. That's his due up here in this 4th inning of Highland baseball. Again, Jack the Jeter on the mound for those. Always rough and tough. Padua, Franciscan, Bruins. Trying to see a scoreboard out there. I think it says 3-1 first quarter. And boys lacrosse. We got you the boys lacrosse game as soon as possible. But anyways, it's time to resume action. We're going to resume it once again with Parker Janicus up. (3-0), top half of the 4th inning underway. We are in command out here. Both our RBI hits came with 2 outs. There's one foul out to right. Heads up. Fortunately, it did not hit a car. Of course, this ain't like Fisher Field where you're parking and you're in deep danger of having your car smashed. 1-1. Parker trying to get something going for us. Kick off the 4th. Oh, swinging out of his shoes. It's 1-2. Again, it's 8-9-1 for the good guys in the top half of inning number 4. Getting ready once again to pitch. Ooh, looked like strike 3, but it is not. Thus making it 2-2 to the leadoff man, Parker Janicus, who's playing second today. Getting ready once again. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, he thought that was strike three to Jeter. But instead, it's a full count. Weighing on deck, Colton Winston. At this quaint little ball field of Padua Franciscans. Payoff is foul. We'll try it again. Seventh pitch of the at bat. Sir, seventh pitch of the at bat. And Parker down swinging. I tell you, he's been wheeling and dealing since those first two innings. What is it now? 5 strikeouts, I think. I think I will not be mistaken. As Colton Winston's up. Colton scored last time on a Casey Miser double. He's down 0-1. I think that was a bunt single for Colton, too. Now he's down 0-2. He can't bunt here, obviously. It is 0-2. Pitch coming up. High in the air out to left. Looks catchable. The left fielder underneath it, 2 gone. Almost too easy for Riley Zimba. Back to top of the order, Landon Soy. He's 0 for 1 today with a sac bunt to his credit. Here comes the first pitch to Landon. 0-1. Almost halfway through this ball game, at least in a 3-0 contest. Good guys are winning once again. Top half of the fourth, obviously. 0-1 to Landon. Hit in the air. Well, so look, he have room. Yes, but he can't catch it. Now, oh boy. Jack the Jeter strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. He hasn't had that at all today. Cooper's only had one of them so far. So there is that. All right, once again, the pitch. Pokes one. Foul. That's not right for Casey. Looks like Casey's all right, though. He's always doing a good job. 2 strikes is right to Landon. Getting right once again. It just missed that one completely. That one really got away. 1-2. 1-2, 2 out. Jeter ready. You got Landon swinging 6 strikeouts now for the Jeter. He's really starting to calm down out there after 2 big hits. The Dan Miller ground rule double in the first, and of course the Casey Miser double in the second. Otherwise, he's been doing fine. Anyways, it is 3-0. So it looks like it's a 2-2 tie over there in the high school boys lacrosse game. It's JV, of course, as you can tell because it says 10-minute quarters instead of 12. That game will be broadcast following the conclusion of this game and post-game interviews and all that great stuff as Cooper Richnavsky gonna check back in on the mound. Cooper doing a good job. The man's got 3 shutout under his belt. He's gonna have to deal with 4, 5, 6 in the bottom half of the fourth as we approach the second half of this contest. Spencer Sidlecki, Trey Martin, and Braylon Benson. Tell you if I'm Sidlecki being a big power bat, as you can tell, being the cleanup man, left-handed too. Those cars over there look like a very good target. A target I'd lick my lips at. Let's hope he doesn't do it. Let's hope Cooper can shut him down. Well, there's one high in the air out to shallow left field. Good play for Noah Radigan. One pitch, one out. Landon really hurried his way in. All right. It's Trey Martin, the only right-handed outfielder for Padua today. Cooper, the lefty's ready. Wisniewski fires way low, 1-0. Been a good game for the good guys. Up 3-0 right now as a pitch. Dances away, 2-0. We're up 3, as you know by now. It's Cooper's ready on 2-0. Pitch coming up. He misses, 3-0. For Cooper to be down in a hole out here. He's got Braylon Benson waiting patiently on deck, the designated hitter. He missed again, a 4-pitch walk. Always tough to give those up. Always tough. Braylon Benson, he's the batter. There's 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th. Generating once again. Ball 1 low. Tying runs on deck for Padua, but Cooper so far not doing bad. He's thrown 5 consecutive balls now. That's very frustrating. Make that 6 consecutive balls. Uh-oh. Still all right. Of course, Padua's 7-5. We're 9-0. This is a non-conference game, as we know by now. There we go. Cooper got some confidence back as he guns a strike. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Cooper ready. High in the air, foul. Braylon Benson with Trey Martin at first. It is 2-2. Getting ready once again. Cooper gonna want to go. And he misses way away. Logan Schnell's waiting patiently on deck, unless there's a ground ball, of course. Hopefully there's a double play. That'd be nice. Payoff pitch. High in the air out to right. Colton racing for it, and it's out of play. Still 3-2. We'll try it again. Cooper. Ready. Next payoff. Got him. Foul tip in the Met. 2 gone. 2 gone for Logan Schnell, the shortstop. With 1 on, 2 out, of course. Looking for his 4th shutout inning of work. A little low. 1-0. Battle of Franciscan high score setting as noted by the fact that I can roam freely in the outfield and the walls are really small. Runner goes, hit and run foul. You saw the runner take off for a second. Yeah, look at this, folks. The fences are right there. It's kind of easy. This looks like a hitter's park, unlike our stadium, a pitcher's paradise. Seems to be a hitter's heaven out here in Padua. Short fences, short distances. Pickoff, safe. I think it's a 1-1 count. 2 gone here in the bottom half of the 4th. We're going to let it go. Misses 2-1. Nothing comes easy when you play school like Padua. There is that, folks. 2-1. Cooper standing tall on the mound. He's not the tallest man, but he's definitely standing tall right now. He got him to swing and miss. He's a strike away from a 4th shutout inning. 3-zip our score here in Parma, Ohio. Once again, it's Cooper. Misses 3-2. Full count. Runner's going to go. Ryden Spellery's up next. We can get the out. 3-2. Here comes a payoff. Cooper's ready. Runner will take off as there's a foul ball. We'll try it all over again. 7th pitch of the at-bat. 3-2, 2 out. Bottom half of inning number 4. Pitch. In the air, foul again. Now, 8th pitch of the at-bat, my friends. 8th pitch of the AB. Ready once again is Cooper Richnavsky. And here comes the pitch. Run goes again, ball 4. Good battle there by Logan Schnell. Bryden Spellery, the catcher, is up. 2 on, 2 out. He really worked his way to get on base via the walk. Cooper trying to get that elusive 3rd out now. First pitch. Fires a strike, 0-1. Already waiting. Nothing in 1. 3-0 score. He can tie with 1 crack of the bat. Uh-oh, left field and deep. Girding, does he have room? I think he does. Yes, he does. Thought I jinxed it for a second, but jinxed it I did not. Good catch by Luke Girding to end the 4th. Looks like we're ahead 5-2 in high school boys lacrosse over there. Been good for us. Ain't no denying that. Of course, that's only the JV game. Varsity to follow. This is varsity baseball, of course. We're up 3-0, and again on the mound, number 14, Jack DeJader. He's got Casey Miser, he's got Noah Radigan, and he's got Payne Gandalf. The part of the order you do not want to play around with. Casey's burned him once with a deep double out to left earlier today. I was back in the 2nd inning. He hasn't come up ever since. But he's a perfect 2 for 2 with a single and a double halfway through the cycle. I know it's early to think about the cycle. I don't know if he'll come up again, but always fun to think about it. Always fun to think about, Mr. Dobkowski. How are you? Good. Just trying to fix this. Hold on a minute. There we go. Casey Miser leads off. The designated hitter for the Black and Green Brigade. Really having a lot of fun today. As mentioned earlier, the man's 2 for 2. Single in the left, double in the left center. And as mentioned earlier, halfway through the cycle, stepping off the mound, there's the Jeter. Jack the Jeter ready. Strike one to Casey. The Jeter's really calmed down ever since a tough start in the first and second innings. He's going back-to-back shutout. Thing is, his Padua bats have not been too kind. There's a ground ball to short. Easy. No, it's booted. In case he's going to find himself on base on an E6. Booted by number 12, Logan Schnell. Radigan's up with Casey at first. And ain't nobody gone. Noah Radigan plays short today instead of the usual third pickoff. Casey's safe, I assume, and I would assume correctly. So here we go. Noah smacks one up the middle. You can't make any harder contact than that, folks. Base hit right to Mackay. And now Ganda's up. We're going to bust it wide open, perhaps. If it ain't already. I see some bullpen activity right there at left. 2-0 now. Casey at second. Noah at first. He thought about trying to get Casey at second, but obviously did not. Getting ready once again. The pitch. Ball one upstairs, 1 out. One out to Ganda. Bouncer to third. Oh, he can't get him as the throw down to first gets away. Casey's going to try to score. It is 4-0 as he comes dashing home. Runners at the corners now. Still nobody out. A huge miscue at third by Lucas Polang. Didn't even tag Casey and then threw it down at first. Got away from Sidelecki. And then Casey eventually scored. Casey's fast. He's got sneaky speed. Ganda gonna check out a re-entry eventually. Can't tell who it is from here. Kyle, thank you. Number 4, Kyle Williams. Now Gibb is up. Men at the corners here. Ain't nobody gone. 4-0 score. Cooper's gonna love that. They're cooking in the bullpen right now. The Jeter is waiting. Gibb watches 1-0. Four nothing score here in beautiful Parma. Run goes. It's a hit and run high in the air. Got to scamper back if you're Kyle. That ball sits down for a base hit, and it's 5-0. Obviously, Kyle had to hold at first, be halfway at least, but nobody caught it. So it's all good. 5-0 in the fifth. Dan Miller's up. And with an RBI ground roar back in the first, this inning has the makings of being a tough one for Padua. Strike one to Dan. Kyle at second. Grady at first. Nobody out. Ganda was the guy that should be at second, is the guy that should be on second, but because of re-entry, he will check out. He is a catcher after all. Ooh, right down the middle, and Grady took or Dan took a good eye at that. Excuse me, that was Dan Miller. He's down 0-2. We'll have a ground ball, anything to get an out. Oh, De Jeter at least. Looking at second. Dan smacks one in a left. That ball is a fair ball. And that ball's another automatic double. Dan's going to have to stop at second as it's 6-0. And the end may be near now for Jack De Jeter. Girding up. Just tucked it fair. Dan's got 2 automatic doubles today. That one, of course, there is no fencing out in the left field foul territory, of course. Infield gonna shift in for Girding. Shows bunt. Gets a good one down right to the catcher. He's got her. He's got the run tagged up between third and home. Here comes the throw home, and he will be out. Meanwhile, Luke Girding down to second. Much needed out number 1 for Padua as Parker Janikis is up. And considering Girding's tough day today, I figured he had to bunt. Big zip here in Parma. We're playing Padua. Of course, Parma High School no longer exists. That's sad. That is sad. Parker, he struck out last time. He's ahead 1-0 right now in a 6-0 ball game. We're having a little too much fun in this fifth. Right, once again, Parker lets it go. Or Parker whiffs. He really let the bat go there. And he got nothing. He got nothing. 1-1. It was down and in. I don't know why he's swinging at. Getting right once again. De Jeter. 6 runs so far. Given up by him. Hot shot. Foul. Third base side. Now Parker's in trouble going 0 for 3. Oh boy. Anyways, number 24. Luke Higgins. That's the man of the bullpen for Padua. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Parker. Jeter try and get that big out, number 2. Got it right there. Tough day for Parker, but days like these are bound to happen. It is baseball after all. Colton's going to launch 1-0 outside. Might be the last inning of work for De Jeter. At least I'd assume it'd be. I'd be really surprised if he's out there in the 6th. As he's going to strike 1-1. Upstairs 2-0 and 1, actually 2-1. Sharp ground ball to third. Eating up. Ball is way away. It's 7-0. He can't even pick it up. Colton Winston with a nice little sharp hit. They just could not field cleanly. I can only imagine De Jeter is frustrated out there as Landon Soy is up. 4 cashed in right now in this inning. 2 on, 2 out. 9th bat of the inning, up by a touchdown and a point after attempt. Over the Bruins. Pickoff safe. Got a long inning for Padua right now, and it's been too much fun for us. Landon Soy, 7-0 contest. And run goes down second. Here's a throw. One hopper gets away. It's going to be the Backstreet Boys' favorite score after that. 8-0. 8-0 our score here in beautiful Padua, or in beautiful Padua High School. There's a good steal there by Colton Winston. Now Landon doesn't have to hit it hard. Fouls it. I think it's 2 strikes. De Jeter finally a strike away from getting out what's been a tough inning. think it's 1-2 if I'm not mistaken. The Jeter wants to go. Whoops one up. And that ball is caught, and the inning mercifully ends for Padua. Good catch there by Spencer Sidlecki. But 5 come in, and we got ourselves an 8-zip lead here in Parma. Checking out there. Looks like it's still 5-2 right there. About 93 seconds left in the first half. Five runs in inning number 5. And no, that ain't it. That was a very productive 5th inning for the Black and Green Brigade. Cooper really feeling the comfy cushion out there of an 8-run lead. We forgot who's up for them. I think it's 9-1-2. Zimba, Williams, and Martin. Think not that long ago. Bowery almost hit a 3-run shot that would have tied it, but it landed right in the glove of Luke Girding. Oh, Jersey's getting dirty out there. You see Colton's. So happens when you're playing on dirt and grass, folks. Head first dives. My dad told me to never do that. Good way to hurt yourself, according to my dad, and I believe my dad. He's a good guy. Limbo leads off. Zimba watches ball 1. If you're just tuning in, you missed the big 5th inning from the Highland Hornets where we scored 5 runs to make it 8-0. Pitch. Bouncer, first 2 hops this time, gets by Gibb, and that'll be a base hit. Tough play. Took a weird hop, to say the least. And now it's Mackay Williams. Assumed to Jeter's day is history. Gave up 8 runs today in 5 innings. Never easy, folks, as Williams may try to bunt. Be on alert for that. Or swing and foul it back. Whatever works for him. Got ourselves an 8-run advantage over those rough and tough Padua Franciscan Bruins who made the Final Four last year. I think they were Division 1. I don't know what division they are now. We're obviously Division 3. I think they're also Division 3, I want to say. Ooh, he found the corner right there, 0-2. Cooper with 1 on and nobody out. Getting ready. Here's his 0-2. Good stab by Ganda off the hop. Had to take that one, or had to stay at first. 1-2. Here it comes. Inside 2-2. Well, the good news is if Cooper gives up a run to, which hopefully doesn't happen, we got an 8-run lead right now, so no need to panic yet. 2-2 pitch. Another mess. 3-2. Chase Martin. He's on deck. Ball 4, actually. I stand corrected. Ball 4. I apologize. Chase Martin. He is the second baseman today as they have 2 on and nobody out. Zimba at second. Cooper's at first. Strike one. Cooper needs that. 0-1. Some people over there watching the game behind the Padua dugout. Maybe they can hear me. Nothing in one. Cooper Richnevsky gives up a high, lazy foul ball. Out of play. Nothing and 2 now. Cooper looking for that first out of the inning. He gave up the first 2 base runners of the inning. And he gets a strikeout throw down a first, safe. So he gets that much needed out number 1 as Lucas Poing is up for Padua. Yes, the Padua Franciscan Bruins with 2 on and 1 out. Oh my, I don't know where Cooper's aiming with that one. He threw that behind him. 1-0 to Poing, I believe. That's tough because a ground ball would have ended the inning. More than likely. Now, anything in the outfield, it's an 8-1 contest unless we can gun them out. And Parker won't make the play. 1 run's going to score and only 1 run. Good gun down. Runner's going to hold at first. So Padua gets their first run of the contest. It's 8-1. Hopefully the wheels aren't falling off Cooper right now. Always frustrating to give up the first run of the ball game. Lucas playing with a smack and right. Spencer Sidelicki's up. Good boy. Sidelicki down 0-1. So Cooper gives up his first run of the contest, but he's got a 7-run advantage out here in Parma. Getting ready once again, Cooper Richnevsky. His 0-1 pitch coming up right here. The lefty gives up a high fly ball foul. I don't know where that landed. But I do know it's 0-2. 0-2. Cooper ready. Here's the pitch. Good block by Ganda. Nice pitch if I say so myself. 1-2. Getting ready once again. Mr. Richnevsky trying to get that second out here. Sidelicki. 2-1. Ain't nobody in the bullpen for us right now. I'm surprised by that. 3-2 after those 1-0-2. Trey Martin waits patiently on deck. He would be next. Cooper's just got to calm down. He's got this. Have no fear if I'm Cooper. Full count, 1 gone. Does run go? No. Oh, this is going to go right to second. Eating up, and Parker has no clue where that ball went. 8-2. Ball ate him up, I ought to say. So it's 8-2. Coach Winston not making his way out. Neither is Coach Grissom. Trey Martin with 2 on and 1 out. Padua trying to get back in this game, trying to get a big inning of their own after we had a big inning of ours. Deep drive to left, girding. It is foul. Wow, thank God. Thank God, that 1-1 foul. Otherwise, we're talking an 8-5 contest. And the bullpen's going to be up and going. If that were to happen. But instead, it's 0-1. Have no fear. Cooper ready once again. Inside 1-1 now to yes, Martin, number 3. He's got Poing at second, Sidorki at first. 1 gone. Cooper in a 1-1 count. Another deep one out to left. Gurdon going back. That ball's out of here. So Trey Martin launches one over the left field wall. I can only assume the bullpen activity is going to be up and running in just a hot minute, as Padua has just made a 3-run contest. Sure enough, there's the bullpen for you, folks. Cole Fernandez right there. He's the bullpen catcher. Who is going to be in the pen for us? Looks like 13 Nick Dubkowski might be in. Cooper, the only thing he can do is just get back in. After we had a 5-run fifth, they have a 5-run fifth of their own. Good comeback there as Braylon Benson is down 0-1. I'll not be mistaken. I think I would be mistaken. Actually, that's foul ball to. Never mind. That is Nick Dubkowski, number 13. 13 is Nick. Jaden Barr watching out for Nick, who's practicing right there. 0-2. Cooper with a rough 5th inning. I don't know if he'll be back out of the 6th. Once again, I said it earlier in the inning. If he gives up a few runs or whatnot, the good thing is that it is still a big lead for us. Not a big lead anymore, of course, 8-5. What is it, 1-2 or 2-2, something like that? I think it's 1-2. Benson, the DH for the Padua Franciscan Bruins. Good hitting by Martin, made it 8-5. Fires another ball. Man on deck is Logan Schnell. Padua really making a vicious comeback effort out here. Cooper the lefty. 3-2. Braylon Benson was down 0-2. He's now ahead 3-2. Getting ready once again. Sorry about that, folks, as here comes the payoff. Finally got him. 2 gone. Big out number 2 there for Cooper. Logan Schnell, who is the 8th batter of the inning, he's up for Padua. I've cashed in for both schools in inning number 5. In the air out to right, Colton Winston's going to catch it, 3 gone. That concludes a very frustrating 5th inning. The good news is we had a 5-run 5th inning as well, but it's a 3-run ball game once again, 8-5. Parma. Let's look at the lacrosse game out there. Looks like it's 7-2. Looks like it's halftime out there, folks. Man, oh man, you could not have chalked up a more frustrating inning for either school on the mound. You got a new dude on the mound out there for the Bruins. It is indeed number 24. That would be Luke Higgins. So to Jeter's day's history, he gave up 8 runs. Trey Martin right there, right, had a 3-run bomb. That was a highlight of the 5th inning. He hit it over left field right after he hit a deep drive foul to left. Well, once again, I said to begin the top of the fifth, it's the part of the inning you do not want to play around with. There's a little girding now in the bullpen for us. Girding may take over on the mound, but anyways, it's Casey Miser, Noah Radigan, Peyton Ganda. Casey Miser, he is 2 for 2. He's gone on base every time he's come up to the plate today. Did not get on by a hit last time. It's a righty on lefty situation. Now that the left-hander and Jeter's gone for Luke Higgins. Yep, that does say Luke Higgins, all right. So they'll get the baseballs in a 3-run ball game. Girding's still practicing out there. May take over on the mound in the sixth. 8-5, top half of inning number 6. That ball gunned by Luke Girding all the way back towards the chain link fence towards the left. See the man right there, got it. So Casey Miser leads off by watching ball 1 high and away. He went off the top half of the 5th. Again on base, he'd love to do it again here in the top half of the 6th. Hits one high in the air, foul to left. 9-0 on the season so far. The good guys make it 10 on baseball. Wouldn't that be swell? I think it would. Casey, 2-1. Just a wonderful day, weather-wise. 2-1 to Casey. 3-1. He might be afraid of Casey. Noah's on deck. We'll see how he plays it here, Higgins. Casey trying to get on base. 3 balls, 1 strike. He walks him. So Casey's on at first. Ain't nobody out on the leadoff walk. Radigan taking some practice hacks out there. Radigan launches ball 1 upstairs, 1-0. Let's start off as a low-scoring ball game. It's wound up being pretty darn high-scoring. 8-5 after it was 3-0 after 4. The 6th inning, pickoff attempt. Casey's safe, I believe. One ball, no strikes to Mr. Radigan. And ready once again is Higgins. Fouls it off the screening right there, 1-1. Gander hurries to pick it up. The bullpen a little bit quiet now for Padua. As you might expect, Noah, 1 ball, 1 strike count. Another pickoff. Casey's going to get back in there. Good job by Casey. Never easy to get back on a pickoff attempt, folks. 8-5. We're winning. Running Casey Miser's off for second. He is toast. Someone got a little too greedy. 2-1 to Noah, meanwhile. 2-1 to Noah. Casey tried to steal second. He was caught. Maybe fast in football, but might be aware of that. Noah with a ground ball foul. It's 2-2. 2-2. 1 out after Casey got on a walk. Caught stealing second. As Higgins is ready, it's 2-2 to Noah. Got him. 2 gone. So now it's Peyton Ganda to the dish. All of a sudden, we've really started to sweat out here. Had an 8-run cushion at one point. It's now 8-5, if I'm not mistaken. Upstairs to Ganda, 1-0. All Payne's got to do is just get on base. Don't do anything fancy. 1-1. Oh, boy. It is the top half of the 6th, so we have an inning and a half left after this. But Padua, judging by how they did in that 5th inning, I'm a little nervous. 1-2. 9-0 on the season. Those are what? That's the record for those good old Hornets of ours. 1-2 to Ganda. The senior, one of the 11 seniors on this team, is down swinging. Ganda with a rough day at the office so far. He's been down swinging at least twice, maybe 3 times. Bottom half of the 6th is upon us. We are winning, fortunately, 8-5. Cooper Rachinevsky not going to be out on the mound as Coach Grissom going to talk things over, I assume, or go back in the dugout. It's Luke Girding taking over on the hill. Who's out at left? Matt Dean's out at left. That's who's out at left. It's like it's a 9-2 game in the waning moments of the 3rd quarter. I believe opening face-off for that game is at 7:15, so we should have some time, folks. So Matt Dean out at left, Luke Girding on the mound. Ryan Spellery, the only man that did not come up in that 5th inning for Padua, leads off, followed by Riley Zimba, and then Mackay Williams. Luke Girding looking to stop the bleeding. When all of a sudden became a tightly contested ball game, 8-5. Tough to see that when you have a commanding 8-run lead, and it's more than sliced in half by now. 8-5. Coach Grissom really does a good job, but I can only assume he's not gonna love that. Same man who says we're not playing our best baseball. And hey, if he's right, I assume he's right. Coach Grissom knows his baseball all right. But if he's right, might as well watch out for us come playoffs if we can get it clicking together. One can only hope, at least. We're going to wrap it up. Ganda down to second. Which I thought it's Brian Spellery, the catcher. Indeed, it is 8-9. Righty on righty scenario now. Both pitchers now on the mound are right-handed. Going off the island of the field for us is Colton at right. First pitch dances away, 1-0. Stollery trying to get something going. He flew out deep to left where Luke Gurdon caught it. Now Luke's on the mound. That's what happened last time, 2-0. It is the bottom half of inning number 6. And the good guys are ahead, fortunately, 8-5. So there is that. 2-0 coming up. Luke can't find the zone all of a sudden, 3-0. Riley Zambo waits patiently on deck. 3-0 to Luke, or Luke Gurdon on the mound, I ought to say. And here comes the pitch. Finally coming back with a strike, 3-1. Padua scored the last 5 runs of this contest. Now Parker's going to walk back to Coach Winston. And now a count once 3-0 has now become 3-2. Full count. Cooper in line for the win. DeJeter in line for the loss so far. He locked them. Tying run moves on deck. And Riley Zamba is up. And the man on deck is, of course, Makai Williams. Let's see how Zamba plays this. I'd be surprised if he bunts. Neither would Dan. He's in. Yep, showing bunt. Dan charges in. Pickoff attempt down at first safe. Didn't even bother tagging him. You saw Dan right there. He was ready to go in. 1 on, nobody out. 6 showing bunt. And then proceeds to hit one high in the air out to right and deep. But Colton's going to catch it. Well, if he really didn't fake the bunt, who knows? It might be 8-7. Who knows? Want to get out there by Luke Gurdon. Catch by Colton, of course. Makai Williams. Pick off. And now the glove of Gibb, who has to hurdle over him. Gibb, he's leading off in the top half of the 7th. In fact, the Gander struck out last. Luke Gurdon ready. First pitch. Hit in the air out to second, easy play. Actually, no, Reagan at short, 2 gone. 1 pitch, 1 out to get that second out. Now it's Chase Martin to the plate. Chase Martin. Bouncer to short. No, Reagan goes the short way. Luke Gurdon gets away from the leadoff walk by the next 3 men gone. Last inning coming up here in the top of the 7th. We're winning 8-5. Once again, Grady Gibb is leading off for us. Followed by Grady Gibb is Dan Miller. Followed by Dan Miller. I assume that will be Luke Gurdon, unless it's Matt Dean. I don't know, because Luke was in at left earlier today. Let's see if Coach Grissom makes him hit or whatnot. If he's gonna hit or whatnot, I ought to say. Back out there, Luke Higgins. Higgins, the star right-hander on relief for Padua. He had a shutout inning, but Luke Gurdon did a good job to match him. Wow, we 11-2 over there. against Padua. Approach the fourth quarter of this one, of that one in JV. Shadows getting longer, folks. Sun looks like it's setting, maybe. It will be setting soon, at least. 5, 6, 7 2 up for the Black and Green Brigade. Yes, sir. Meanwhile, Ganda out on the mound. He might be closing this thing. He's a catcher and a closer, as we know. Does a mighty good job. Might get the save. Who knows? Just like last year against Padua. Anyways, Brady Gibble's off. Higgins is ready. Here comes the first pitch. Bouncer foul. Grady, our first baseman. Ganda won't have to worry about batting unless we have another monster inning. Hopefully we have a monster inning. That'd be nice. Because it's only a 3-run ball game, 8-5. 1-1. Pitch. Gibb way underneath that one. Third base side. Is that out of play? Yeah. 1-2. 1-2. Saturday, Senior Day. Monday, the next home game after that when we take on the Talmadge Blue Devils. That game will not be broadcast here because of the student activity award ceremonies, student athlete ceremony, the SAC awards at BW. 2-2. I won't be live streaming that either, but I got to show up for it nonetheless. I got nominated for Fan of the Year somehow. Give out to deep left, and he smacks it foul. Ooh, that off the roof of a house. That's not easy, folks. Next pitch of the at-bat. Ducking out of the way there. Gibb obviously had to duck out of the way as it's a full count, 3-2. Again on deck, Dan Miller having himself a good day today. 2 ground rule doubles to his credit. Gibb hits one in a left. That'll be a base hit. All right, that's what we needed as Dan Miller's up. Dan with a couple RBIs out here today. He has 3 to his credit. Without him, it's a tie game. Really been an instrumental piece. Usually he's an instrumental piece out on the mound, but today he's been instrumental at the dish. Well, Girding is indeed on deck. So there is that. Stoppage in play meanwhile. Don't know what for. I think Grady's still on first, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's 31 Anthony De Pompey. I stand corrected. For Gibb, pinch running. We'll see if Grady's going to come back in and whatnot. As Anthony will easily make it down to second. That's what the stoppage in play was for, Anthony De Pompey. The sophomore at second with nobody out. Ground ball is not going to do him any justice. No strikes to Dan Miller. Oh, he's going to have himself another hit in the left field. Here comes a run, got tested. Anthony safe. 9-5. Dan Miller's done it again, folks. That guy knows how to hit. and hit the ball hard. Now it's Luke Girding. Luke Girding to help out his own cause. He's got Dan at first, I believe, and nobody out. We decided to pinch run for Dan. I think we might have. We'll try and tack on more runs, perhaps. Definitely try to tack on more runs. The umpire gets a substitution in. Luke Girding. Good job, of course. Safe at first. Number 7, I think that would be Lorenzo. No, that's not Lorenzo. Yeah, it is. He's number 7, excuse me. Right down Main Street 01. Again, Lorenzo at first for Dan. He's had himself a great day today. Good Lord. 4 RBIs, 9 to 5 here in beautiful Parma. Second pickoff attempt. Safe as a call. Safe is the call. Mr. Higgins gave up a run the 7th. In the air and caught. One gone. Easy play there for Trey Martin, I believe. Yep, he is indeed at second. No, that's number 1. Yep, Chase Martin, not Trey Martin. I stand corrected. Chase Martin. Parker Janikis with Lorenzo at first and 1 gone in the 7th. Good guys ahead by the work hours, 9 to 5. We're up 8-0 at one point and almost disappeared from us. Ganda no longer working out of the bullpen. He's right there, Ganda. Cole right there along with Jaden with him. Tommy Maroon here for WHPW. Hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon. As Parker whiffs. Foul tips in the mid, I ought to say. Want to make that 11 to 5 on that swing and miss, but found nothing. Lorenzo at first for Parker. Lorenzo, 3rd time he's been trying to get picked off today, but again, Lorenzo knows better. Beautiful Thursday in Parma, Ohio. Upstairs, Parker in a 1-1 count. Their bullpen awfully silent right now, as you can tell right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that once again the pitch. Parker gonna watch that one miss. 2-1. Again, boys will cross against the Bruins coming up upon the conclusion of this one. Time permitting, of course, and battery permitting most importantly. 2-2. There's 1 out, 1 on, 1 cashed in. 9-5. Lorenzo the man first. They were really trying to get Lorenzo's jersey all dirty or whatnot. Because he's been diving in at first at least 4 times now. He's going 2-2. The hit and run. And Lorenzo's going to have to go back as that ball is going to sit down. He'll make it down to second once they gun him out. And they will not because the ball was thrown off target. Good hustle by Lorenzo. Hit and run almost backfired, but instead 2 on and 1 out for Colton. Colton Winston. Let's see what he does here. His brother Hunter, of course, with the Bobcats. of Ohio. Ooh, a strike 0-1. Heard not doing bad out there, of course. When you're playing D1 baseball, you're usually doing a good job. Hunter's always doing a good job. Colton will hopefully do a good job out here. 0-1. 0-2. 0-2, 9-5 score. Trying to make it 10-0 on the season. It's going to be back to top the order after Colton. With Landon. Colton's smart enough to lay that one off. 1-2. It's not a lost cause of an inning. We did get a run in this inning. Courtesy of a Dan Miller single. Renzo Nemec pinch running for him. 1-2 pitch. 2-2 now. He misses again. 9-5 again in Padua Franciscan High School. Beautiful day out here. 2-2 coming up. That drills Colton. Second time he's been drilled today. A fastball that really got away. Now Ganda's not going to be practicing in the bullpen now. I don't think he's going to be needed more than likely. Let's hope he's not needed because Landon Soy is up back to the top of the order. What is this now? Fifth time we've gone up to the top of the order? I think so. Cam at second now as that one's a strike 0-1. Renzo at third, Cam at second, Colton at first. One gone. Landon's going to watch. Good eye. 1-1. 9-5 here in the top half of the seventh inning. We're trying to make it uncomfy for these Bruins. The 1-1 pitch. Landon Soy fouls it off the screening. It's 1-2. Now he's a strike away from getting a much needed out number 2 and being 1 out away from limiting the damage, Luke Higgins. Trying to keeping him out there and there's no bullpen activity. He's been struggling in the seventh, Higgins. 1-2 pitch. Landon Soy is up. 2-2 now. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, so far 7, or 1 in the seventh, I ought to say. If it were 7, that'd be awesome. Landon out to left. It is a foul ball. Again, 2-2. Now some good contact there by Mr. Soy. Looks like they're gonna have some bullpen activity now that I see it on the right off screen. Landon out to right. He's going to fight another one foul. We'll try it again. How about that? You definitely don't want to see a man on deck. Casey Miser. Infield not in. A little surprising out here. Renzo at third. Cam at second. Colton at first. 1 gone. Now 2 gone. Luke Higgins on a nice swing and a miss right there. Now he's an out away from limiting the damage. That'd be pretty bad. Casey Miser, he's gone on base every time today. He'd love to keep it up. 5 our score here. First pitch. He's down 0-1. Who's due up for them? I forgot. I think it'd be 2-3-4 or something like that. Meanwhile, I would beat Highland in softball 12-8. It's always tough to see. 0-1 down to deep left center, but he didn't get it all. A catch going to be made. Riley Zimba on the catch. Bruins need 4 in the bottom half of the seventh. They're down 9-5 to us. going to be on the mound is a question. That is an answer we will see in just a bit. Judging by the looks of it, that might be number 14, Payne Ganda, which means Cole Fernandez will be catching for us now. Ganda out there for the save situation, the star catcher slash closer. He does a great job, of course. Dan's still at third. Parker's still at second, I think. Yeah, Parker's still at second. Noah's still at short. Matt Dean at left. So the only changes in the outfield or anywhere in the field, pitcher and catcher, Panganda pitching now. He's no longer catching. And of course, Cole Fernandez catching. I think they got a good part of their lineup due up. Swings to Lucky Martin. Oh boy. 3, 4, 5, but nothing phases Panganda as we know by now. At least hopefully nothing will phase him. 9-5. Looks like that game ended out there. I think we won it, and boys will crush JV. Ganda trying to get that 1-2-3 inning or scoreless inning, as long as if they don't score 4, 3 or fewer, that's good because we win. If they get 4 in this inning, it's going extras. If they score more than 4, the game is over, and Padua will win. 9-5, I think. Ganda on the mound dealing with Lucas Palang. Again at second, Coach Winston telling him what to do. And so the first pitch coming up. Wow, a hot one foul, first base side. It's 0-1. Trying to make it 10-0 on the season. Wadsworth will be Saturday. This is our 3rd consecutive game we've played. As we played yesterday, 1-1. That was a 9-2 win over Aurora. The day before, a 7-6 win over Aurora in 10 innings. Bouncer good. Stab by Ganda. He'll flip down and get one gone. Not showcasing that he's got some hops out there. Spencer Sidlicki's up. First baseman. Sidlicki watches ball 1-1-0. Highland. Hoping for a nice easy inning. Let's hope so. I pray the good Lord. Ganda on 1 ball, no strikes. Misses inside 2-0. Made a nice play just a few seconds ago by jumping up to catch the ball on a comeback around 1 hop. 2-0 Sidlicki. 2-1 Sidlicki now. 9-5 here. Looking for our 10th win in our 10th game this season. 2-2 to Sidlicki. Ganda really throwing some heat out there, my friends. 2-2 pitch coming on. Panganda gives up a foul ball. Try it again. 2-2. There's still one gone in the top or bottom half of the 7th. Dancing again to Coach Winston as the 2-2 again. Foul ball yet again. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Been a lot of fun out here today. Hopefully we can win this ball game. Nothing's coming easy, I'll tell you that. Next to 2. Ground ball to short. Good play. Noah Radigan down to first, plenty of time. And we have them down to their last out now. Trey Martin, their last hope. In the bottom half of the 7th as we try to pick up win number 10. Martin did burn us today with a 3-run bomb out to left. Trying to get an improbable rally going for the Bruins. Ganda looking to shut them down. Strike 1, nothing in 1. 9-5, bottom half of the 7th. 2 strikes away, Ganda. 1 strike away now. We have them down to their last strike. Ganda looking to shut the door on the Padua Franciscan Bruins. 0-2. Line drive, center field. Landon's got it. Game over. And as the 10th win in our 10th game this season, the Hornets are undefeated once again and showing no mercy out there, beating the Bruins 9-5. A great game by 2 great schools involved out here. Padua made us sweat after taking an 8-0 lead. They tagged Cooper with 5, but he still got the win nonetheless. Cooper Richnevsky up. Highland 5, Padua, no, Highland 9, Padua 5. Cooper Richnevsky with the win. Jack the Jeter on the loss. And the save painting Ganda. Good game. 10-0. Coach Jay Grissom's got to be feeling a little more relaxed now. It was a good start to the ball game. And a good finish as well. Dan Miller reported the game right there. 4 RBIs. Without him, it's a tie game, and we're playing extras. But it's not, which is always a good thing to see. Coach Grissom talking out there. Excuse me. Good game, guys. As we win it. 9-5. A good day for the Highland Hornets once again. Another one that started off pretty good. And Padua made us sweat a little. But there can only be one winner in baseball, as we know. That one winner happened to be the Black and Green Brigade. How are you guys?
Hello. Go Highland.
Yes, sir. All right, we're back. Oops, dropped my water bottle. But nobody cares by now because the good guys won it. And won it pretty handily. Final once again, 9-5. Good game by everybody involved. Again, Cooper Richnevsky on the win. Jack the Jeter on the loss. Lots of clapping of the hands out there in the first base line. I'd like to remind you that boys lacrosse is next following interviews. Just a good game. Padua show no quit. There's no denying that, folks. Just a good game. Padua's got nothing to be ashamed of. As they go down to 7-6 on campaign, we're 10-0. Just been a little too much fun for us this season. You know, Coach Jay Grissom's gonna say too much ain't ever enough. And too much certainly ain't ever enough. A good game for us. Fans leave, some unhappy, but I think most of us will leave home happy, considering the fact that we had a good chunk of fans out here today. 10-0. I can't remember the last time we were 10-0. That's gotta be the first time Coach Grissom's tenure. I mean, he's a great coach after all, but can't remember that ever happening in school history. We'll see if it changes we'll see if it happened before or whatnot. Padua's head coach McSweeney talking things over there. Still waiting for the team to break huddle. Coach Grissom still talking with the good guys. Senior day will be Saturday. Senior day against Wadsworth as we break huddle. The game is over. All right, too easy for us. Almost too easy.
10-0, baby.
Yep, look, when was the last time we went 10-0, you know? All right. Yep, Colton, good game. Ganda, too easy for you in the 7th. How do you do it?
The P-Train. He got up there. I saw that. Look, he did get up there.
Dan, you were the player of the game, had a bunch of big hits out there. How do you keep on doing it? Put the pressure on Padua. All right.
The man himself.
All right, Kyle, that's right. Casey, good game as always. As we won it 9-5. What a dandy of a contest here at the quaint little Padua, what do you call it, high school baseball field. Coaches look a little busy out there. We'll see if they have time for an interview or whatnot. I don't think they will. So we'll just let them be. So the game ends 9-5. Again, the final. Timer, thank you for watching. We should have lacrosse coming up in just a bit, so stay tuned.